We had a lot of times that we would get shot out of a place. We'd get back in the bush and then you'd get ambushed.
On the last couple episodes of Tomorrow Town, Vietnam veteran Gerald Allday has been telling his story.
They said, we got to have a team in there tonight. You guys got to get in there. And we said, we're not going.
On this episode, the rest of our conversation with Gerald Allday.
That was supposed to be me back out there. And kind of like those guys took our place because we refused to go. And so that's something that you had to live with over the years. You always, it was hard to get rid of that.
And stick around for something extra, all about Gerald's story at the end of this episode. My name is Josh Roe, and this is Tomorrow Town, Tennessee.
How much did you realize what you were doing was special and was interesting, historic eventually?
You work with these guys, your brothers in this team, and you're really close to them, and you trust one another. I don't know, it's like, there's another thing, I can tell you this deal. We went out of a place called Quan Loy, which was north off of Highway 13, west of An Lac. Now, we did a lot of stuff in An Lac. And we went out, it was a group of us went out, and we had been humping all morning. And we was on a trail. It was a well-worn trail. You could see their little Ho Chi Minh sandal tracks and sandy-looking deal. And it was hot. Man, we were all sweaty. And so we had came out of the jungle, and there was a little area, probably twice as big as this room. I guess where it'd been sprayed or something with Agent Orange, and everything was kind of dead, it's just dried stuff, dead bushes and stuff. And the trail went right through there and then came in the jungle on this side. So when we crossed it, we went in the jungle on that side, and everybody says, let's take a chow. We'll eat some chow and take some water because it was so hot. So everybody, pull off their rucksacks and they're leaning back against the tree or a bush or something and eating beanie weenies out of a can or, whatever. Peaches, everybody loves peaches or fruit cocktail. And so then people went to sleep. They did. It's hot. And went to sleep. And so I'm laying there, and Philip Levin is right here by me, and he's carrying M60. We carried M60 a lot. Most teams didn't carry a 60, but we did. And he was a big guy. And I was kind of like, rear security and help feed the ammo. Guns pointed out toward the little opening. And I'm laying there, and I never carried my weapon on safe. It was always on semi. I never carried it on safe. Anyway, we're sitting there, and I don't know, something woke me up. And I always thought it was the good Lord. I heard something behind me, and the trail went in, and it was bushes and leaves, limbs hanging over the trail. And what it was a VC. He had come across the opening from down there, and he had his weapon slung on his shoulder. I got a picture of, and it had a rifle grenade on the end of an AK-47. And he had no idea we were there. And he had it slung, so he's pushing these bushes up because that rifle grenade's sticking up up here. And so I'm laying there like this. I wake up and he's pushing, but he's staring at me, and I'm looking at him, and all I could think about, he's going to kill you. What are you going to do? He's going to kill you. What are you going to do? And he started backing out, trying to get his weapon off so he could fire it up in there. Everybody else is asleep. And so I just rolled over and started shooting. They didn't know he might have been a point man for the whole bunch back there. And he's out front walking. Yeah. So we decided we better get out of there. So we start going away from that way. And I bet we didn't go 50 yards and we got in a firefight. I mean, we were eating dirt and the bullets were coming over you and you'd hear them and they'd pop and snap and gee. I mean, you're laying with your head flat. You couldn't see anything. You usually shoot at a muzzle flashes and stuff like that because you couldn't see where they were. You just, spray and pray. Anyway, we finally got out of there, got a radio and called them in, and gunships came out, and nobody got killed, nobody got wounded or anything. We got out of there. But when we got back to unlock, I made a picture. I got a picture on my phone of me holding the AK-47 with a rifle grenade on it. Everybody wanted to make pictures with it. And Levine made one, and Sergeant Arnold made one. Anyhow, it was, and I got a ARCOM with a V for that, saving everybody, because they was asleep. They would have never knew. But I always thought something woke me up. It wasn't, I didn't just, if you're asleep, I'm still a fairly new guy.
Right.
I've been in country maybe a month, but I see all these old guys and they're all conked out. I'm like, well, heck, I guess nothing's around. In the middle of the day, we just get a nap. And then all of a sudden, I woke up, I looked, and here's this dude here. He's got the book. That was scary. But anyway, it's, just things like that happen to you that you never forget. I don't know. That's about all I know about.
How do you think about your service today? I mean, I know Vietnam veterans have been through a lot and on many levels. How do you think about today?
Today?
Yeah.
I'm glad I served. I don't know if we had a draft today who would even show up.
Shop the Sherwin-Williams sale and get 30% off Duration, Superdeck, and Woodscapes products August 14th through the 24th. Whether you're refreshing your interior or exterior, we've got the colors to bring your vision to life. And with delivery, getting everything to your door is easier than ever. Shop online to have it delivered or visit your neighborhood Sherwin-Williams store. Click the banner to learn more. Retail sales only. Some exclusions apply. See store for details. Delivery available on qualifying orders.
I've heard people say on Facebook that they'd go to Canada or whatever. Canada don't want you. They probably wouldn't even let you in like they used to. They got a pretty strict immigration thing up there now. I don't know. I'm glad I served, and I think I did my part. And I think that what they should do is these kids, once they graduate from high school, I think they ought to have a 2-year service. Whether they're truck drivers, mechanics, clerks, cooks, they need to do something, whether it's the Navy or Air Force or whatever they get in. And there's a certain percentage that likes the Marines and wants to be a Marine. They want to be Armies, Rangers. We have those people that join today. They like that kind of stuff. And I think everybody ought to have to serve their country. They do in Israel. I mean, they draft girls and all. Everybody serves the military. And they should. It gives people structure in their life. There's a lot of kids today have no structure. They have no respect for nothing. And I think it would help our country a lot. I really think that if everybody had a chance to do some kind of service. So that's how I look at things. And I don't feel bad at all about me being going. My dad was in World War II and was wounded in the Marshall Islands. And I'm the oldest of 8. But he said I was the only one he was going to let go to Vietnam. He was going to keep my other brothers from going. I don't know how he figured he was going to do that. As the war progressed, it just got more politics. I mean, instead of the generals running, it was politicians running the war. Mm-hmm. And a lot of the guys at the later days of the war, 71, 72, like that, people felt like they were just being used. Yeah. There was no winning, and even they were the protests back home and all that stuff. Yeah. I don't know. When we first went over there, we thought we were doing for our country. But really, you're fighting for each other. Because when you're out there, you're just your little group. It's, you know, I'm fighting to save him and he's fighting to help save me. And you fight for your brother. You're not fighting for your country when you're in a firefight.
Yeah.
And that's how it goes. I mean, you think you're fighting for freedom and your country, and that's what it all starts off. But when it comes down to it, you're fighting for your brother beside you.
I mentioned at the beginning of this episode something extra. When Gerald visited Chattanooga, he talked with the good people at Freedom Sings USA. We've heard from them before on this show. Freedom Sings is a music therapy program for veterans. Well, Gerald and Freedom Sings wrote a song about Gerald's experience in the Vietnam War. What you're about to hear is the song that they wrote.
We went north on Highway 13, called it Thunder Road. There were tire track footprints everywhere we'd go. Stopped to take a break, grab a little sleep. I kept my M16 on semi right beside of me. I heard a voice in my head. God woke me up. Saw the enemy with a rifle in his hand, staring down at me. What you gonna do? He's gonna kill you. No time to think, hesitate or blink. It comes down to him or you. Only one thing to do. Pull the trigger. We moved about 100 yards, came under attack. They were shooting at us, we were shooting back. Spraying and praying, bullets flying all around. Thought we were goners till we heard that chopper sound. Had to make it to the Huey, fire intensified. And no moral thoughts when it comes down to live or die. What you gonna do? He's gonna kill you. No time to think, hesitate or blink. It comes down to him or you. Only one thing to do. Pull the trigger. What you gonna do? He's gonna kill you. No time to think, hesitate or blink. It comes down to him or you. Only one thing to do. Pull the trigger. Pull the trigger. Hey, hey.
A big thank you to Gerald Allday, Freedom Sings USA, and thank you for listening to Tomorrowtown, Tennessee. This podcast is a production of NewsChannel 9, Fox Chattanooga, and Sinclair Broadcast Group Chattanooga. I hope you join me again real soon.